One of the traditions here at the Missouri School of Journalism is the thoughts of the class. This year, Kyle Stokes, a convergence journalism major, will share his reflections. And this guy, we are so lucky to have here at this university. I'm lucky to call him a good friend and a colleague to me. Please welcome Mr. Kyle Stokes.
When we were all kids, I'm willing to bet that at least 99% of us let our imaginations run away with us. Our friends dreamed of being ballerinas or firemen or something, while we laid out our first spreads in crayons and construction paper. We spent hours using hairbrushes as microphones, and fell in love with our first toy cameras, and we made hour after embarrassing hour of home videotapes pretending that we were on TV. Dad burned those tapes. Our friends imagined futures as Superman. We imagined futures as Clark Kent, which is kind of a depressing life choice to make at the age of 5. But we came to Mizzou, the world's best school of journalism. The world was our oyster. Our professors walked in and then promptly informed us that we will have to be able to produce our own stories, write for the web, tweet, Facebook, stand on our head, and do magic tricks. All at the same time, no matter what sequence we're in, nodding absolutely. It turns out that our futures look a lot less like Clark Kent's and more like Superman's after all. But after 4 years of standing on our heads, I'm willing to bet that at least 99% of us imagine a much more simple future for ourselves. No Clark Kent, no Superman. Just a goal that's much more general, if much more difficult to achieve. We imagine a world in which we make a difference. Something not easily achieved outside these doors. We're a place where at times it feels like imagination can be at a premium. No, this is the part of my speech where I'm supposed to say that we have the grit and gumption to go out there and make that difference, but I'm not going to do that. Because it would ignore a very critical fact about this group. A critical fact, but a simple one. We have been making a difference. We don't have bright futures, we have bright presents. And before we leave this place today, we need to celebrate that, because that is the essence of what Mizzou is. Mizzou takes imagination seriously. So seriously that it takes that imagination and turns it into something real. Mizzou takes your hand and says, okay, imagine yourself as an ad exec or a print designer or a TV newsman. Now, go. Here are the tools. Make it happen. These are inventive, right? Don't just imagine doing journalism, do it. Don't just imagine making a difference, make it. Here, now, today, before you leave this place. And we have made a difference. Just saying, during this group's time here, we worked with international ad clients and the most prestigious of the country's public relations firms. We contributed to the finest newsrooms around the world, from New York to Europe to China. We won recognition from Hearst, the Associated Press, from Carnegie Knight, the Carnegie Knight Initiative, from Pulitzer. It's just a short list. We've won Student Design Awards, SPJ Awards, Murrow Awards, Photography Awards, and even an internship at the White House. I don't hold this up as evidence of talent, because I don't need to convince anyone in this room that we all have remarkable talents. I hold this up because I look to all of you for proof. The industry we love is in for something big. Yes, for something good. But I do that all the time, right? Something big. When? I mean, years from now, miles down the road, when we grow up. Here's a scary thought. How about here, now, today, with us, no sooner than we walk out those doors? I do believe in the profession of journalism. And I believe because of the imagination right here in this room, because of people I'm so fortunate to call my friends, my colleagues, my peers, my mentors. So now, we're finally loose on the world. Finally, Mizzou Mafia members. Just imagine all that we can do. Thank you.